Wishvale. This region of dreaming underlings is ruled by the beautiful Lady Catherine. She's kind and fair, and doesn't imprison or torture her subjects, for some reason.
Let's go and take it to Lady Catherine! We interrupt this broadcast for a surprise costume change. Hello and welcome, my name is Buggerton at BoredGamer.co.uk, and this is our continued retro romp into Dungeon Keeper. This is level 7, and it says at the bottom, it appears you have arrived in the middle of a raging battle. Perhaps it would be wise to stay out of the way until you are strong enough to eliminate both sides. That is some advice we are going to ignore. This is actually the first fairly difficult level in Dungeon Keeper. You start off in the middle of the map, you've got heroes on the right, an enemy keeper on the left, a small amount of gold surrounding you. It's actually a fairly decent amount of gold, but you will be surprised at how quickly you run through it. So what we're going to do is, we're going to dig left, straight out to where the lava is, and we're going to dig straight across to both piles of gold. We're going to dig out all the gold on both sides. We're going to expose ourselves openly to the lava, which is what happens when you dig out all of the gold. We're going to allow our dungeon to slowly fill up with the usual riff-raff of creatures before replacing them with slightly hardier and better creatures by expelling them out of the dungeon. Mostly because I'm going to acquire an early fly, and I'm going to let him go out and explore and have fun and tell us what's about. So the first thing we need to build, of course, is the treasure room. We're going to build it here. It's going to be not big enough to contain all the gold that's sitting around, but no one else is going to be picking it up, so I don't mind. We're going to build a library down here, 5 by 5, it's perfectly sized. We'll once we've got enough gold, come on imps, dig out some gold. Chop chop chaps. Oh look, there's some gold on the floor. I can just pick that up and shove it in there myself. Isn't that helpful? Yes it is. So there we go, we've got the lair, we've got the... Actually, my brother called me out the other day. My brother said he was watching my Dungeon Keeper series, and he said, but you pronounce it lair. I'm like, well, yeah, I do. I do pronounce it lair, because that's how the people that I play this, or I speak to about this game, pronounce it. Apparently that's an American pronunciation, and we're meant to pronounce it over in the UK, lair. But, that, I don't know, that just sounds like a princess from Alderaan. Princess Leia. Oh no, wait. That's the opposite of what I meant. It's the opposite of true. Why can't I speak? Anyway, we've got our warlocks. They've arrived, and we've got an orc warlord. Okay, this is a new creature. Orc warlord joins you and brings with him the plans for building a barracks. In this room, you can form creatures into teams. I explained about this earlier. This is awesome. This allows you to... well, first of all, we're going to build a barracks just here. Not because we're at any point in this level going to use it. We might, but I'm not promising anything, but the only reason we're building it is because it attracts more orcs. And orcs are awesome. They're like skeletons, they have a high basic melee damage, and that improves greatly with levels. They get the speed spell, the armor spell, and the grenade spell eventually. They're really good creatures. They're really good fun, really strong, and so we want more of them. So build a barracks, even if you don't plan to use it. But the way a barracks works is you drop as many creatures you want into it that can fit into it. Bigger barracks, more creatures that can fit into it, and they form a team. When you possess one of the... Okay, so a fly... Just to alert you to what happened there. There's an enemy creature down here. It's an enemy hero. It's an archer, and one of my flies flew right down to it, broke down this wall, and had a fight with it, and has got himself killed. I don't mind. Flies are useless. We've got beetles. As I was saying, so you drop as many creatures as you want into the barracks, and then they form a team, and when you possess one of the creatures, all other creatures that were formed in a team will follow you. Will follow that possessed creature, and they'll attack enemies and enemy buildings and that kind of thing whenever they arrive at them. So it's a really strong building. It's really good. We need to build a few more imps because we don't have enough. They're not building out They're not digging out these areas, they're just digging out gold. And we need to build a hatchery. So currently we're sitting at 10 warlocks, 3 beetles. We don't need quite so many warlocks, actually. And we've got a hatchery, we've got a number of imps. But yeah, we want more orcs because, unlike skeletons, they have a lot more health. Better armor, better health. So they're really good. They're really good for big combats. You have the orcs out in front and the warlocks behind doing their fiery stuff. Now what I'm looking at here is this is where the enemy keeper started. And he's got all of this gold, and I'm wondering how much of it he's already dug out, because I want to go and attack him. It says you should wait and let the heroes and the keeper fight it out, but that doesn't actually happen. That's just some nonsense that the game makes up. So I'm going to build a bridge here and go and attack the enemy keeper as early as possible. I'm going to get my orcs training once they've dug out this room. So this is the training room. That's attracted a demon spawn, but we've got no interest in the demon spawn. He can leave. And we need to build the hatchery. So we currently need to get everything claiming this room and digging out those last few tiles, so we can build ourselves a hatchery, which will hopefully, finally, attract us some bile demons. The last room we're going to build on this level is going to be a workshop, so we have a way of making a permanent amount of money. We've got 12 warlocks, we don't need any more than 8, so I'm going to get rid of them from the dungeon. The hatchery should attract the bile demons. I'm going to get build a 5x4. I'm actually going to build a slightly larger than that workshop area, because, as I said, having a workshop makes you, in a way, self-sustainable, because once you have some higher level creatures, they will just they will go into the workshop and they will manufacture you items, which you can then build and sell, which is great. So the warlocks have already done their job. They've already trained. They've already researched. They've already researched everything. And as I said, we're not going to bother with a guard post. I said I was going to show you two in the previous level, but I never got the chance. I will show it to you. We just don't have a level that really requires it at the moment. The prison and the torture chamber, both of which I have shown. Well, I've told you about the torture chamber, but I haven't shown it to you. But this again is a level that it doesn't really require one, so we're going to save that for later. I don't need a prison. I don't need a torture chamber. I need my imps to do their job. We have too many of them now. We don't need this many imps. We got a spider and a bile demon. We like the bile demon. The spider isn't as powerful as he thinks he is. Okay, so we're going to get these 8 warlocks training in this training room. This training room, which is not yet big enough. Okay, so we want an imp digging out these walls, an imp claiming these tiles. These imps are claiming these tiles, so this is where our massive workshop is going to go, because we're going to get a large number of bile demons. We're not going to bother with trolls on this level, because we only have a limited amount of gold, and we're going to train up the bile demons so that we have a nice hardy defense and offensive force. And bile demons are very good in their own right at doing manufacturing. However, trolls... Oh, that's the wrong building type. Trolls aren't wonderful at fighting. They're pretty tough, but they're nothing compared to the bile demons. Whereas the bile demons are comparable when it comes to workshop-oriented activities. So it is worth having several bile demons, because once they're leveled up, a level 6 or 7 bile demon will do just as well as a level 1 troll in the workshop. So we're gonna remove our spider and troll from the dungeon. We're gonna send our bile demons into training. The excess warlocks are gonna get rid of. 8, I think, is a nice number. We're being really overly specific with how we're designing this dungeon, and I'm absolutely fine with that. So I don't know what we would put in this room, but we need some way to access this gold, because there's not much gold left for us to dig out. In fact, we have dug out most of the gold. We only have 33,000 left. I think this amounts to about 100,000 in total. So we've already used almost half of the gold available to us just from building rooms and training. We've got paydays and stuff to come. So with our enemies probably going to be digging out that gold fairly soon. We're going to activate flee. We're going to build this bridge. Oh, we need a bigger layer. That is not big enough for a layer. That's what we're going to build in here.
You have tunneled into a new area.
We need a huge layer.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
I know the creatures need a bigger layer. That's what I'm sorting out now.
Are under attack.
Who is under attack? Alright, another fly has found another archer. I'm gonna let that fly keep his place in this dungeon for now. He's doing a good job scouting. I'm absolutely fine with that. We've got a couple more bile demons there. Bile demons default to workshop activities, so give them a helping hand, pick them up, move them straight into the training room, and train away with the 5 orcs. Got an excess warlock, he's going to leave. The fly's going to do some more exploring. He's going to get into a fight, he's going to run away like a pansy. Good man, that's what we want. I'm going to make our lair bigger. There we go. Massive lair.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
There you go, I'm saying it properly now, brother.
Your creatures
Does this satisfy you? Our creatures are winning the battle. Oh, yes, of course.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
Our archery friend joined in.
Your creatures are falling in battle. Creatures are under
Okay, so the warlocks, not wonderful at first. They really weren't doing a huge amount of damage with their spells, but those low-level orcs just wandered over to him and smashed! Boom! Orc smash! And just destroyed him. I forgot that I built this bridge and allowed this curious alien to delve into our domain. But I'm going to just dig out this path and go straight for that gold. See if you can stop me, enemy keeper. This is the training room right here, so I think, as this is the path up to here, I have no qualms with the enemy heroes wandering in this direction. So I'm going to let my imps do some exploring because my imps will automatically, when they've got nothing else to do, run over to unclaimed tiles and try and claim them if they're attached to my dungeon. And a bridge counts as my room, therefore counts as attaching it.
creatures are under attack.
My imps will then go and explore. I might lose a few imps doing this, but I don't really mind. Okay, there we go. Enemy keeper. We found him. He started building his fortress out around here. We're not okay with this. We need to smash down these walls and find a way into his dungeon.
Your creatures are under attack.
Gain access to this gold. Oh, no. I hope he hasn't locked me out early doors. That'd be rubbish. Seem to be very efficient at walling us off.
Creatures are attacking the enemy.
Where is this? Right, yeah, so as I suspected, enemy has decided to wander straight into our training room. And of course that's where all of our powerful creatures are. The only creatures in our entire dungeon that aren't strong aren't in our training room. So this is the perfect guard post. Brilliant, yeah. What are you going to do? Oh, genius.
Your minions are winning a battle.
And you see the orc is strong enough that he can survive the horrible fart gas of the bile demon. Just wander up to those archers and stab them in the face with a hammer.
You have tunneled into a new area.
I've
Your
tunneled
minions
into
are
a new
winning
area.
battle.
Oh right, that's up here. Oh, that is a lot of enemy creatures. This may not have been the best plan. Because we're getting a lot of invasions
Your
now.
minions are winning a battle.
Still kind of okay with this.
Attacking the enemy. A door has been manufactured.
I want to go and investigate down here.
Your creatures are
Come on,
under
imps. Dig through the walls. Why are there so many walls?
Your minions are winning a battle.
I know my minions are winning the battle. My minions are awesome.
Winning a battle.
The only ones that aren't winning the battle are the ones I don't want there in the first place. Demon spawn. Go away. You're too low on health. You go and rest up, son.
Your minions are winning a battle.
So, absolutely trashing the enemy. Good job, boys. And the heroes are very helpfully bringing gold with them, which our imps are then going to go and stash away. More enemies. And a bile demon that's not doing its job of training. So we've got a few trolls and a fly. We no longer need the fly. We don't need the warlock that's not doing anything. Warlocks will not default to training, so I don't feel like there's any point in having the ones that are currently idle, because I know that we have 8 that I told to go and train, so any more will just default to being idle if there's 8 busy ones. So we can just expel them from our fortress. Huzzah! I'm slightly alarmed at the fact that we can't yet get through to our enemy keeper. Hopefully we'll be able to break down these walls and get in.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Imagine if we can access the gold, then we can get in behind him. But I'm not showing you that we've got the enemy down here. They must be coming out of this hero gate here. As a dungeon special, resurrect creature. I don't think we've lost anything important yet, so probably not going to bother with that. Keep getting rid of these. We don't need those creatures. I've got another bile demon who wants to go and do some whatever it's called, manufacturing. We're not letting him. Okay, so we might have a back entrance into the enemy dungeon. I'm not sure, but we've definitely found some gold. So I think I'm going to possess one of these imps, and I'm going to try and dig through the walls myself, which does mean having to go through some gold. So my imp will simply just drop the gold on the floor, because I've already filled up his backpack, and I don't care. I'm just going straight through the gold. I want to get through to the enemy keeper. I want to be able to confront him as early as possible. My creatures have been training from fairly early on, so I want to just break through these walls, get straight to him, bring the fight right to his doorstep. And there we go, I'm through the gold. And he's got his walls up. Damn this enemy keeper from having his walls up so early.
Your minions are winning a battle.
And then I wonder, how far do his walls come out? This keeper can't have much if he hasn't started investigating the gold. There we go. There we go. That's his dungeon heart. We've got around the back of him, and oh, and we now need to put our imps elsewhere. I think we need a door. We have a door. We do have a door. I don't want my imps to any longer go any further north of here. So I'm going to put this door in here artificially. I'm going to pick up all of my imps and drop them this side. I'm going to steal all this gold out from under him. Just being the cheeky lad that I am. And I'm going to cancel all of these dig jobs around here. We've got our way in. There's no way they can block us now. We've seen their dungeon heart. Realistically, we probably could go in for the kill. We're not going to straight away. I'm just glad that we've got our creatures out of there. He doesn't... I think the enemy keeper in this level seems to be bugged, because he doesn't actually seem to be digging out any of the gold. The last time I did this level, the keeper was so good that he actually managed to block me out entirely. Leveled up his creatures really well, and then I could do nothing more because I couldn't get in. And there's no spell to break through those doors, so that was pretty much all I could do about it. But fortunately, in this game, I think we'll see things going slightly differently. Just going to pick up this gold that the enemy heroes have dropped. Oh, another new area has been tunneled into. Where is that? Oh, wow. Ah, and that is where the transfer creature is in this level. So, we've discussed the transfer creature and the fact that can help you win levels very quickly, and also just help you in really difficult levels. And the fact that there is a transfer creature spell in most of the levels, this is where it is on this one. I think that, as I said, there's a stretch of something like levels 5 to 16 where there's a transfer creature in every single one of them. but it was hidden here. If you saw earlier on, there were 3 gold seams. This one, and this one. This one had a hole in it where there was just some regular tiles. We dug through them, and one of them was hiding this, the transfer creature. Probably a bit of an obvious hiding place. I wonder if there's anything down there. If I click that, my imps will probably later go and try and dig it out and then reveal it to us. Probably not, but as in probably there's nothing there. But okay, so I think we're going to drop an imp up here and get him to go and claim all the tiles around the other side of the map, and then they're really low level. I don't see a portal. I wonder how many creatures they have. They only have 6 creatures, so yeah, there must be something bugged about this level. I think I should be able to take this out with my highest level orc. So, to show you a bit of fun. Let's drop one up there. You're coming with me, son.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Right then, this boy. Just gonna chase these imps. Imps are gonna run away. Imps are gonna try and defend their dungeon heart. What's he gonna do? Just gonna flail away at their dungeon heart. Kill their imps. Yeah, they're not really putting up much of a fight. He's built nothing. Kind of embarrassing. A little bit upsetting. There's his portal. He has claimed the portal, so I don't really know what's going on. Unfortunately, sometimes these things happen. The way I dealt with this dungeon anyway, this level anyway, that it would have been over pretty quickly. It's a little bit annoying to see it kind of beaten so easily, but where are his 6 creatures that he has? Get this imp to claim all these tiles, build a bridge across, and then just go and claim all that space. Okay, so the gold reserves are running low, which means all my creatures will automatically stop training now. But they're all really high level anyway, so I don't mind this so much. The all of these boys just gonna go straight over into the workshop, and you'll notice that the workshop that's going pretty quickly. That's every time that gets up to full, that's a new item or what have you built, and this keeper has already been defeated. So a little disappointing to see not really any resistance from him, but given how quickly I played this level, there would have been very little resistance anyway. The resistance you saw me put up with from the humans was pretty much as tough as it was going to get, but I built my dungeon in such a way that they walked straight into the area where all of my creatures were. If I was to go on the offensive and attack them, I wouldn't have beaten them any quicker. It was pretty much the best way for me to win was to have. It's essentially better than a guard post because all of my creatures were stood there. But that's what happens.
A door has been manufactured.
So we're going to claim their portal. We're going to claim everything. They did have a few creatures, as you can see, that are now leaving their fortress because we've destroyed their dungeon heart. So I guess the last thing to do is to go and look for the Lord of the Land. Resurrect creature. We've only lost flies and imps. Okay, we've got a level 7 dude. I'm going to drop him here, and I'll show you why. This is a lightning trap. Now, lightning traps, very annoying, very damaging. You notice his health, where it says his name, Shy Soap or Shale Soap. You run into a lightning trap, and it fires out 5 lightning bolts. It will either hit the same creature 5 times, or it will hit 5 different creatures, whatever. But you see there's an imp straight in front of me there. If I activate this and go around the corner, I think it might kill him. No, it won't. That's fortunate. Let's do it again. He's closer. Okay, the imp is fortunately out of harm's way. But I need to activate that 5 times. Not 5 charges of it, but 5 full charges. That I'm avoiding the other charges by going around the corner. You see that imp just perished there from that one. I don't really mind so much, because once I've hit it 5 times, activated it 5 times, it turns off, as you can see. I can walk through this tile now. Excellent. There is, however, another one hidden right here. So I need to get rid of both of these before I can make this area safe for my imps. Otherwise my imps would have wandered in here and all got murdered. I know what you're thinking. Isn't this a bit risky? Your dude's running low on health. And I'm going to have to pause everything right there because my phone is going. Okay, and I'm back. What was I talking about? Sorry about that brief interlude. The lightning traps. Yeah. So, yeah, it is a little risky because at any moment enemy heroes could burst out of that. However, what I would do is just right-click, come out of possessed mode, and pick up my creature, take him back to the what's it called? The lair. Keep him all get his health back. But I'm doing this because orcs, as I said, have a large amount of health. So if I set this off with him, as you can see, that's now gone. I've set off both of those traps, and that means I will no longer lose imps. I can pick up this chap, put him back down in the lair, where he'll just sleep, or he'll eat and sleep his way back up to full health, and then he'll just wander back into the training himself, which is great. So there you have it. Right, what else have we got left to do on this level? I think the only things left are to explore what's down this tunnel. Dig out all of this gold to increase our gold reserves, because our creatures are probably upset. I'm going to sell our training room because we no longer have the funds, and we're not going to have the stream of funds in order to train creatures. So I'm just going to get rid of this. And afterwards, everyone will just chill out in the lairs.
A door has been manufactured.
They're wandering off to a different training room. Oh, because there was a training room built over here. Well, I'm going to sell that as well. I'm going to sell everything that the enemy keeper had. Their library. Your library is too small. I can't sell the portal. They didn't have anything built up there. What else was here?
A trap has been manufactured.
Now then, I'm going to pick up my orcs because it looks like there are still some doors to knock down on the map. This door hasn't been knocked down. This door hasn't been knocked down, and this door needs knocked down. So, blasting through those. Oh, and that's a lovely dungeon special. Increased level.
You have claimed an enemy room.
Okay, there's a few more rooms that were left unclaimed. They had a lair, a hatchery, and a treasure room. Presumably this is what they started off with. But we're just going to get rid of it all because we've got enough of our own stuff. We've essentially finished this level. The last thing we need to do is kill the rest of the enemy heroes.
Your workshop is not big enough.
But, oh no, that's warlocks. Didn't want to pick those up. They'll get very angry with me. I need my imps to go and claim the rest of the unclaimed tiles sitting around the map. Including these ones up here. Did I unlock this door yet? Yes, I did. I'm just going to sell it so I can't accidentally lock it again. There we go. And they all still seem to think that they're going towards... That's a shame, isn't it? Let's build this to give them a shortcut. Because that training room isn't there anymore, guys. And I'm going to get rid of that hatchery.
Has been manufactured.
Oh, I can't get rid of that treasure room because it's not mine yet. Okay, so here's a... Oh, no. So what have we got left? We've got a few doors to wander through. Maybe make a few imps in these areas. See if they'll claim the rooms. Yep, there we go. And we'll send an imp down here. A couple of bored imps. What are you bored of? No, don't run away. I need you to knock down doors. Smash down doors. Come on, doors. Yeah, doors.
A door has been
Got another one over here.
Your workshop is
Smash through this one as well. And we're going to get claiming stuff. Another dungeon special. It's another resurrect creature. Not especially useful.
Creatures are under attack.
And we have an enemy. Hooray! Let's send my orcs at it. Do what you do best, orcs. Wow! They killed him really quickly.
Your minions are winning a
He was
battle.
no match. So I think what we need to do is we need to find all the remaining enemies on the map, murder them all, and then hopefully the Lord of the Land should spawn. We can murder him too. Go and claim all these tiles. There, I saw the enemy. He's just down here.
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are attacking the
And
enemy.
hopefully that'll be the
Your
last
minions are winning
one.
a
There we
battle.
go.
Beware, the
Lord of the Land has spawned.
is.
And we shall attack him with all our might. And he put up absolutely no resistance. Okay, so that's how you win that level. Pretty easy, all things considered. We lost one fly and a few imps. You know what's coming next. Outro text.
Panic Intrinsica. A weeping, wizened crone presides over this ruined, empty land now. Once she was beautiful. Now she'd want to make you vomit. The improvement is impressive.